Emily hit me. You saw her.
What? I was trying to protect myself. Mary had her hands around my throat, and I was trying to pry them off.
That's enough.
Lucky she was strangling me. Okay,
She's
look
lying.
at my neck. I have...
She wants to kill me so she can have... No. Connor is my husband. He came back from the war to be with me. I'm not gonna let her have him now.
He is not your husband. He is not.
Emily, that's enough. That's enough. All right, we need to leave this room.
She attacked me. You have to believe me. I didn't do anything. I was just standing there, and all of a sudden...
You know what? We need to go.
Here's Gaddy. Report to Dr. Cochran. Emergency. Here's Gaddy. Report to Dr. Cochran. Emergency.
I told you to stay away from her.
I just wanted to talk to her, Lucky. I had no intentions of hurting her, I swear.
I believe you, but you took a big risk.
She was unconscious. I was just trying to understand what she'd done.
Mary's had a psychotic break. She's not dealing with reality.
Yeah, obviously, I was just standing there when all of a sudden she grabbed my wrist and she put her hands around my throat.
Nicholas is facing charges for taking the law in his own hands. All right? You could be facing the same situation if you're not careful.
I understand.
Mr. Case, report to the helipad. Mr. Case, report to the helipad.
She was really stronger than you, wasn't she?
Yeah, I couldn't believe how strong she was. I don't know. I guess her anger must have given her an extra surge of adrenaline or something.
Promise me, you will stay away from her. There's no telling what she could try to do if she finds herself alone with you again.
I promise.
All right, I'm gonna go let the staff know that Mary's not allowed any more visitors, okay? You okay?
Yeah. Thanks.
Dr. John Lewis, report to radiology. Dr. John Lewis, report to radiology.
Just who I was looking for.
Yeah, it's true. Mary said that she mistook Sage for me. I'm so sorry. I really am. But Mary's mind broke.
Did you have any indication that Mary was losing touch with reality?
Besides lying to Nicholas and telling him that he was her dead husband.
At times, she appeared to be driven by grief and love.
That's no excuse.
I'm not making excuses. I'm saying she didn't appear to be dangerous. You befriended her yourself.
Yeah, because I believed her lies. I didn't realize that she felt entitled to steal Nicholas. She knew that he had a family, people who cared about him and were looking for him, and she ignored all of that.
So Mary built her life around Nicholas, and you took him away.
You're saying this is my fault?
I'm trying to figure out when Mary crossed the line. When she went from being troubled to being outright delusional and I am trying to figure out why my niece was stabbed to death in her freezer while you're walking around without a scratch.
Leave Emily alone. Oh, I thought this thing with Jax was just like... You're looking to blame somebody for Sage's death. It was no one's fault. Mary lost her mind.
Her fantasy didn't match reality, and Mary couldn't take it.
And my niece was the victim. Locked in the basement freezer by the police commissioner's daughter, where Mary found her, alone and scared.
Mary also found another one of Sage's friends alone in a hallway that night, a kid named Trent, and she killed him, too.
Look, Emily is not responsible for what happened to either one of them.
But neither is Nicholas or any one of the other people who were with Sage that night.
So Sage is gone. Her life is over, just like that. And I'm supposed to just accept the fact that it doesn't make sense and just go on with my life?
What happened to your niece was a terrible tragedy. It was cruel and unfair and beyond comprehension.
No, because nobody is asking you to forget it, but going after innocent kids isn't going to bring her back. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm so glad you showed up when you did.
Threat's your answer to everything, Sonny.
Stay away from Courtney, Jax.
What Courtney and I do is none of your business.
He was afraid that Alcazar would blame the kids for locking Sage in the freezer where she was killed, but I had a feeling that Alcazar might come after you. Did he make any threats?
No, I think more than anything, he's trying to understand.
Yeah, well, sometimes there's no explanation. You know, things just happen. I guess you can go back and try to figure out where Mary actually lost her mind, why she turned violent, but it's not going to bring the people back that she killed. I'm just glad you're okay.
Me too.
And Dylan said you actually fought with Mary?
Yeah, I'm not going to lie, Jace. I mean, I was terrified, but I wasn't about to let that lady kill me.
Okay, why wasn't Nicholas protecting you?
No, he was. They all thought that the killer was back at the boathouse, and they were... You know what? Forget it. It doesn't matter. What matters is that Nicholas and I survived, and he remembers. Jace. Yeah. Nicholas loves me again as much as he did before. You know, maybe even more now that we've gone through this awful ordeal.
This is good news. I'm happy for you.
You helped me so much. You know, when Nicholas was at his angriest and when I thought that there was no hope at all, I'd think of you. And I'd realize that, you know, love is about more than memory. You know, you can start from scratch and you can learn to love someone all over again. And I would have done that for Nicholas. I would have loved him even if he never remembered anything.
But he did.
And you told me that, too. That, you know, that in time, Nicholas would come back to me, and now he has. Thank you for helping me hold on.
Hey, you know, I didn't do anything. It was all you.
What a relief. For a minute there, I thought that Jackson...
Wonderful. How did you make that?
Lansing decided to only charge me with attempted manslaughter.
What changed his mind?
I have no idea.
How does it feel?
Don't even bother to ask me where Faith is, because I have no idea.
That was smooth.
Sorry.
I think we're becoming a danger to ourselves.
Did I hurt you?
No, you couldn't. Now that I have you back, nothing could ever hurt me again. Unless...
What?
No, never mind.
You still worried about the charges against me?
Aren't you?
She'd already killed 2 people and then threatened you. Alexis believes she can get me off on self-defense. She already convinced Lansing to reduce the charges to attempted manslaughter.
But if Mary's found not guilty by reasons of insanity, then what you did to her could seem worse.
Right, but she still has to be evaluated by a doctor. And even then, that doesn't mean
but
she's
you
gonna
know
get
how
off.
vulnerable she can look, Nicholas. People could feel sorry for her. I mean, that they could wind up thinking that she's the victim. She could convince them of that, and we can't.
Let's not talk about that right now, okay? We're here together, and that's all that really matters. Come here.
Oh, Mary, how are you feeling?
Where's Connor? Why didn't you bring my husband to see me?
Sorry to tell you this, but Connor is dead.
swore we'd spend the rest of our lives together.
No, dear, he was killed in action. I can get you a copy of his death
No.
certificate if that's what you want.
No, you're in on this, aren't you? You're lying to me like the rest of them. Connor is alive, and I'm not gonna let you fool me. I'm gonna find
Mary,
him right
please,
now.
look,
No!
Just recovered from a
Get away from me!
Calm down. I'm not here to hurt you. I just want to ask you a couple of questions.
What's going on?
I don't want these people in my room.
Gentlemen, you're gonna have to
I
leave.
understand. We never met.
I'm not listening to any more lies.
It's okay. Come on, let's go.
I'm gonna have to report this to her doctor.
What do you think? I guess protecting herself by acting crazy. Everything she said and did was just an act.
Yeah, she's definitely set herself up for a plea of insanity.
What are the chances of her getting away with this?
From what I just saw, very good one.
What are you thinking?
How much I love you.
And I know there's something worrying you.
We're so close to getting our lives back together, you know.
Hey, I'm still here, aren't I?
I know. For how long?
Forever.
Mac was right there. Why didn't I just let him take care of it?
She's insane, Nicholas. You fired in self-defense.
No. We agreed not to talk about this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to take a walk in the garden?
Yeah, I'd love to, but I need to make some calls about all this legal mess, okay?
Okay. I'm trying not to worry. Okay.
Okay.
Everything's gonna work out.
Okay.
You know, you can buy one of those on.
Hey. Hi. Did Connor come with you?
I agree that you're insane, Mary, but you're not delusional. You know Connor's dead.
I know you're trying to keep him away from her.
Her?
Mary. She doesn't have a clue what's happening, poor thing. And she'll go from here to an institution, spend a few months in minimum security, and then she'll be free.
She.
Yeah, you're pretty slow on the uptake, aren't you, princess? You kept him from her. You left her alone again. She couldn't do what was necessary to get him back. But I can.
You are Mary, and you killed 2 people.
Oh, well, it's your fault they're dead. You know that, right? You should have let him go when you had the chance. Now I have to go get him back so Mary can be happy.
You're going to prison, Mary.
Nobody's gonna prosecute Mary for what I did. She'll be released after treatment.
And what happens then, huh? You spend the rest of your pathetic life chasing after Nicholas?
I come back here, and I cut your heart out.
You make all the threats you want. You murdered 2 people, and you're gonna go to jail for the rest of your life.
But Mary doesn't remember anything I did. She's actually innocent.
No one's gonna buy it, Mary.
Oh, but they will. She'll be put away for a year, 2 tops. When she's released, I'll come looking for you.
I hope you do. Because you'll be eliminated, Mary. No trial, no audience for your phony tears. You'll just be gone. Like that. I came here to warn you to stay away from me and Nicholas, but I can see that that can't happen. Whatever happens to you now, it's your own fault.
If Mary doesn't get a happy ending, Emily, I'll make sure you don't either.
Hey,
Are you okay?
yeah, no, I'm fine. I was just thinking about some errands that I have to run. How's it going?
This nursing program is the best thing I've ever done. And I'm already working with the patients.
Oh,
And you know what? I think I forgot their water. Could you sit with the carpets for a minute? I'll be right back.
No problem. Take your time.
Mr. Case, please report to the telephone.
It's you. I thought Connor...
Don't bother, Mary. I know it's an act.
Why doesn't anybody believe me?
Oh, my God.
My husband, he's missing. And all I want to do is find him.
Oh, God, Mary, playing crazy is not as easy as you think. And one day you are going to slip up. And I'm going to be right there to nail you.
Why? Why are you being so cruel?
God, you know what? Fine, I'll wait. But I'm not going away. And sooner or later, I'll see you in prison. Hey, I need a doctor in here now!
Hey, why did you leave without telling me?
I've been neglecting my studies, and I figured you were busy, so I came in to do some work. Okay. You know me so well. I wanted to warn Mary to stay away from us, so...
Well, how did she take it?
Code blue. Room 2A. I see you.
That's Mary's room.
You know, for two guys who work...
She stopped breathing.
She's in VTech. We're gonna have to shock her.
You know, for two guys who work so closely together, you and Sonny are nothing alike.
Charging. All clear.
Clear.
Up at the 300 joules. Charging. All clear.
Clear.
What was I thinking?
1943. You in some kind of trouble?
A woman just died. And I should feel something, but I don't. Not even anger.
Yeah, anger I can do. Mary just killed two people, and then she came after me.
Come here. I couldn't let that happen again.
Mary was crazy.
Yeah, maybe I am too. I grabbed a cop's gun and shot her. I mean, is that a rational thing to do?
You can just let her walk away.
And still, I should feel something, shouldn't I? I mean, she probably saved my life.
She lied to you about who you were.
She'd be all right if Connor hadn't died in the war.
doesn't justify what she did.
No, I know. I'm not defending her. I'm just saying if I'd have listened to Mac and let her go or taken her hand just now, maybe she would be alive.
Please, don't put yourself through this.
Emily, I shot a woman and she died reaching out to me and I just stood there. What kind of a man just stands there? Come on. Oh, maybe it's because I'm a Cassadine. Some sort of, I don't know, disconnect thing. I mean, but my uncle was that way and so was Alexis. Maybe on some level I feel like I can do anything, like the rules and laws of common decency don't apply to me somehow.
You aren't like the rest of the Cassadines.
I'm just glad that she can't hurt you or anyone else again.
We can get on with our lives now, huh?
Yeah.
It's over.
Yeah. No. It isn't. It's just getting started. Forget attempted manslaughter, Lansing, get charged with murder.
Because he stopped a woman who had already killed 2 people? A woman who tried to kill me?
No, all bets are off now that Mary's dead.
Imagine.
Because I threatened to kill Mary 20 minutes before I grabbed Mac's gun. I shot a woman who was not an immediate threat, and Mac saw no reason to use deadly force. There you go. That means Nicholas is in serious trouble. What's next? Your bail? Probably be revoked. So I go back into lockup? Looks that way. That's great. And politically, Lansing will need to charge you as high as he can.
Lucky, you can't let that happen. No,
Listen, no, I understand. The Cassadines have a long history of getting away with murder in this town. If Rick can make an example out of me, it'd make his career. That's right.
Nicholas wasn't... He didn't plan to kill anyone. He was trying to save me.
I know, but the law doesn't see it that way. Do you have to arrest me right now? I'll put a rush on the autopsy and start the paperwork. I'll give you guys more time together. Thanks.
Thank you. Lucky, I appreciate it.
Yeah, I won't be long.
Lucky's helping you escape, just like before. Okay, come on. We have to get out of here.
So it's like I said. Jason gave me a place to live when I needed it.
I won't run away from this.
And Lucky is giving you a chance. He's stalling with the autopsy and the paperwork.
If I do, he'll lose his job and his career. Okay?
If you don't, you could spend the rest of your life in jail. Nicholas, Lucky is giving you a chance.
I know, but
Take it.
I've been running for months from Helena, from you, from everyone. I can't run anymore. I won't do it.
Jason will help us disappear. No one will find us, not even Helena. And
I made a choice. I made a
choice.
choice. I'll deal with the consequences, okay?
I only got 10.
What about my offer?
Yeah.
And? Go to hell.
Nicholas wouldn't leave.
Maybe it's just as well.
Why?
Mary's preliminary tox screen's in. Mary was murdered, but she didn't die by a gunshot wound.
Is Nicholas free? Can we go home?
Well, what killed her? Mary was given the wrong medication, which triggered a cardiac arrest. Well, I've never even seen her medication. I haven't been near her room. Emily was.
Stay tuned.
Nightmare. To the police, we're that much closer.
Emily, we need to talk. Alone.
Can you give us a minute?
Yeah, I'll be outside. Hey, what are you doing here? Rick wanted to ask Emily some questions about Mary's death. She's hesitant for some reason, I don't know. Yeah, I know Rick. Rick has tried to railroad me in the past, but Emily's fine. She's innocent. She didn't do anything. Yeah, well, you know what the best thing for her to do right now is cooperate. And that's what I said. But Jason disagrees.
Emily, it doesn't matter that you're innocent. The cops will twist whatever you say to implicate you. They want this case closed, and you're the obvious suspect.
But doesn't refusing to answer make me look guilty?
No, it makes you look smart. You hated Mary, and that's motive. Rick called you down here because he wants you to incriminate yourself.
So what do I do?
You don't say anything without an attorney, no matter what they ask you. No matter how easy you think it will be to explain what happened. Do not say a word.
So is this official?
I'm a cop. But I'm also your friend. And I want to clear this up for you, but that's why I need to know everything that happened the night Mary died. Listen, you really want to help Emily? You should probably leave.
She wanted me here.
Yeah, I realize that. It's like a reflex with her. Every time she thinks she's in trouble, she calls you.
No, actually she doesn't. And that should give you some idea of how scared she is. Emily tries to work out things on her own, and then when they don't work out, that's when she calls me.
It's real simple to me. All she has to do, Jason, is give a statement.
Yeah, see, and that's why I'm here, Nicholas, because Emily loves you, and she will do anything that you ask, even when it goes against her best interests. The truth is that Emily went to Mary's hospital room more than once. Okay? She threatened Mary more than once, and that makes her look bad. Maybe even guilty. That's why I don't want her talking to Rick. There's no way that Emily can explain what happened without her showing how much she hated Mary.
But she had a right to do all that. The woman tried to kill her.
Right,
Come on.
right. And the woman slept with you for 3 months. You don't think the cops are going to bring that up? Throw it in her face? And how do you think Emily's going to respond to that? Of course she's not going to blame you. No, she's going to blame Mary. Mary lied to you. She took advantage of you. That's motive for murder, Nicholas.
Oh, come on. How could anyone think that Emily's a killer?
How could anyone think that Mary was? At first, I met her. She was nice. She was a little strange, okay? I knew that she was lying about something, but I had no idea. She basically kidnapped you.
Yeah.
And even after you knew the truth, you didn't realize that she was a threat. You didn't see her as violent, right?
What, you think I should have known that Mary would try to kill Emily?
No, I'm just saying, you know what, maybe you're a little too close to this. And if you're blaming yourself for everything that happened, you need to stop, because you're only making things worse for Emily. The cops know better than to bring her in here without a lawyer. They were setting her up. And I know you want this over with, but you're playing right into their hands. Mary came at you and Emily with a knife. You grabbed the police commissioner's gun, and you shot her.
You would have done it differently?
No, you did what you had to do, but now there's a mess, and my sister's pulled in. I want to get her clear of this.
Then let her talk to the police.
No.
She's innocent. You know that.
The police do not care. Emily had motive, means, and opportunity. The more she tries to explain, the worse she'll incriminate herself.
Yeah. What if you're wrong? Huh?
You're the one who shot her. And you know Emily's going to do anything she can to protect you. The more pressure she's under, the more likely she's going to make a mistake.
Jason, you're acting like she has something to hide. She didn't give Mary the wrong meds. She didn't give her any meds. Come on, you know her. She doesn't even have it in her to kill anyone.
Nicholas, the police do not care. This isn't about guilt. This isn't about innocent or who killed who. This is about me protecting my sister, and you should want that as much as I do.
Need more time? Yeah, Emily's refused to answer any questions.
I mean, I'm free to go.
Yeah, for now. But don't leave town.
The fact is, you know, Jason's had a lot of experience with situations like this.
He's afraid that you'll incriminate yourself to protect me, but I'm telling you, you don't have anything to worry about because you're innocent, okay?
You're wrong. I'm not innocent at all. I should have listened to everyone and just stayed away from Mary.
Listen, it was a perfectly normal reaction after the way that she heard spoken.
Honey, you don't understand. I went back to Mary's room last night.
I know. You wanted her to know that we weren't going to take it anymore. You were angry.
No, Nicholas, so I think I killed Mary.
Arrest because someone gave her the...
Gave Mary those pills. I killed her. Went to Mary's room. Everyone told me not to, but I was so angry with her, Nicholas. And I told her that I wasn't scared, and I warned her to stay away from us.
Did anyone hear you?
I don't know.
Okay. All right, what happened next?
So I was too angry to stay in her room. So I went out into the hallway, and Elizabeth was there with the med cart, and she asked me to watch it while she went to go and get some water. Her back. I'll always be back, Mary. I will prove that you killed those poor kids in cold blood.
I doubt it.
You aren't smart enough to fake insanity.
Who says I'm faking?
You'll make a mistake. Probably soon. And Rick Lansing will catch on, and he will make an example out of you, and you will be out of my life forever.
Connor's gonna take care of everything when he comes home.
Connor is dead. He won't be back, and you know it. Nicholas despises you, and I hope you burn in hell.
Did you see Mary take the pills?
No, but I took them into her room, Nicholas.
Why did you take them in her room?
In case I needed an excuse to be in her room.
You didn't kill her.
Maybe not consciously, Nicholas, but in my heart of hearts, I wanted her dead. And now she is. Because of me.
To decide exactly is what you're going to say. Did anyone see you pick up the medication?
I don't think so.
Were any nurses around?
I didn't see any.
Except Elizabeth.
Right, she'd gone to get water for the cart.
Right. Did she see you pick up the medication?
No.
Then you didn't.
You want me to lie?
Oh, I want you to protect yourself. If that cart was left unattended, then anyone could have taken the medication.
I don't want to make Elizabeth look bad.
Well, then don't mention her at all unless you're asked. Don't volunteer anything.
What if I'm asked directly?
Then tell them something plausible, just so they'll leave you alone. I mean, in a way, Jason did you a favor because everybody knows he's paranoid. When he showed up to the PCPD this morning and you refused to answer questions, it looked like it was because he was pressuring you, not because you had something to hide.
But I do have something to hide.
Did you alter Mary's medication?
No.
No, so you need to tell the police whatever it is they need to hear to eliminate you as a suspect. Lucky, I was just telling Emily that she has nothing to worry about, right?
You don't. You just tell me everything.
Now, are you speaking as Officer Spencer, criminal investigator, or as Lucky, my brother and Emily's friend?
I mean, what would I do, Sonny? Am I just gonna walk?
And you guys can trust me with the truth.
Yeah, I have nothing to hide.
Then you're okay if I review what we got?
Sure.
All right, so you went into Mary's room.
Yeah, we argued, and I left. I went back out to the elevators, and Nicholas was there. We heard a code blue coming from Mary's room, and that's when we went back to her room to check on her, and you know the rest.
You only went to Mary's room once before the code blue?
Yeah, that's right.
You're sure?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was on my way to question Mary. I saw the med card and no one was around. That's when I saw you running out of Mary's room, and that had to be the second time that you were there.
What you doing here won't help Emily's case.
Look, would somebody please explain to Jason that by pressuring his...
Mary threatened me.
Threatened you? She strangled you.
stabbed you.
Okay, just take me through what happened in the moments leading up to Mary's death. Elizabeth, she asked you to watch the med cart for a few minutes. You agreed.
No, she didn't. I told you, I made a mistake, Lucky.
All right, then you want to tell us what happened?
I walked away from the med cart to get a pitcher of water, and then I came back.
Okay, wait. Why are you changing your story?
I told you, I made a mistake. Come on, I'm a working mom on a new job. Why are you pushing this?
She's right. Leave it alone.
Do any of you trust me at all?
You tell us what you think happened, Lucky.
On the night that Mary died, Emily went into her room. They argued, she left. She never saw a cart. She never went back in that room. She never saw Mary again.
Does it ever feel like two people are screaming their lungs out in your head?
Emily will be fine if we all stick to the same story.
Oh, good. You had me worried there for a second.
Emily's my best friend. There's no way I will turn her over to Rick Lansing.
I appreciate that.
After everything we've been through here, we all still are.
I think this calls for a toast.
Yes.
You want to see if Mike has any brownies?
Yeah, let's go. Can I get 4 of those brownies, you know? And, coffee, 2 coffees. Thanks. And I appreciate you supporting Emily on this.
Oh, Mary. She was psycho. I mean, she killed twice. She threatened to kill Emily and make her next victim. Emily, she must have been terrified for you, for herself.
Yeah, she was angry, too. She couldn't even look at Mary without going off on her.
We both know that Emily is probably the kindest, most gentle person in the world, unless somebody she knows is in danger. She loved you the most. I can see her killing somebody to protect you. Be honest, can't you?
Elizabeth, it isn't right asking you all to lie.
Okay, listen to me. I should have never left the med cart with you. You should have never got back into Mary's room, but we didn't kill anyone.
But if Lucky saw me, someone else could have too.
But no one's come forward yet. No, hopefully no one will.
But Lucky could lose his job over this, Elizabeth. So could you.
Why are you dreaming up worst-case scenarios? We've been covering for each other for years. And besides, you happen to be innocent.
But so are you and Lucky, Elizabeth, and you're risking everything to protect me. And it isn't right. I should confess.
I gave you my...
She could make Emily her next victim. Emily, she must have been terrified, worrying about herself, for you.
Angry, too. She couldn't even look at Mary without going off on her.
Well, you know what? We both know there's nobody more kind or gentler than Emily, unless somebody she knows is in danger. I mean, she loved you the most. I can see her killing to protect you. So, you know what? You just be honest with me, can't you?
Okay, yes, I can. I can see that. But whether Emily gave Mary the meds that killed her on purpose or not on purpose, doesn't matter. The point is, we're the ones that need to do the protecting at all costs. And I'm asking you, can you do that?
Yeah. Oh, I can't believe you're honestly asking that.
Lucky, you're a cop. Come on.
Well, I love Emily too, remember? Don't waste your energy worrying about me.
I just needed to say it.
Hey, Nicholas.
What's Emily?
She went to the PCPD. She said she's going to confess.
I'd be happy to take Emily's case. And I'll defend her to the best of my abilities.
Thank you.
Hold your gratitude. There's a condition. Win or lose, I want you and Sonny to give me your word as honorable men that you will not.
We don't know that yet.
All right, those things, it'll backfire.
Well, what do you suggest we do?
Nothing. It's in Emily's hands right now.
The final autopsy report revealed that Mary Bishop didn't die from the gunshot wound. She died from being given the wrong medication.
Right, I know. That's why I'm here, to tell you what I know about that night.
I'm listening.
I went to see Mary.
When you knew that she was recovering from being shot by Nicholas?
Yes.
Why would you do that?
I wanted to warn Mary to stay away from me and Nicholas.
How did she react?
She was hostile. She was threatening. She acted like an alternate personality. She talked as if Mary was someone else. She said that she was sure that she would be sent to a mental facility for a couple of years and then be released.
What happened next?
Mary said she was going to kill me. And then I left.
Very upset, I would imagine.
Wouldn't you be?
Upset enough to want to kill her?
General Hospital on ABC, brought to you by Caltrate. Don't you...
I thought we agreed Emily's not going to hit the shape.
Came down here on her own.
Why don't you try to stop her?
Emily didn't exactly warn us ahead of time, Jason. She had an attack of conscience. She acted on it. Emily's not like you. She's not good at stonewalling the police.
That's too bad. Lucky, because Rick has an agenda. He always does.
You okay?
Fine.
Why didn't you tell us you were going to be here? Why'd you do that?
Because Emily knew that you would stop her from telling the truth, Nicholas. That's not an option anymore. Especially if Jason, the experienced one, thinks that it was wise for Emily to make a statement, but personally, I'm very glad that she did.
I'll bet you are,
Well, I'm
Rick.
sure you never heard of this phrase before, Jason, but the truth does set you free.
May we take that literally, Rick? Emily's free to go?
Yeah, sure. But I wouldn't make any plans out of town. I may need more clarification.
Emily, you shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, and we knew we had your back.
I was ready to cover for you.
Listen, relax, guys. I lied. I gave Rick the story we came up with, that I left Mary's room and I ran into Elizabeth. But you never left the med cart, and I never went back into Mary's room with those pills.
Thank God.
I'm not feeling really good about lying here.
You did what you had to do.
Yeah, it's okay.
Jason told me you needed help. I want you to know I'm available.
Is that an offer of representation?
Absolutely.
All right. I think we should take him up on it.
Okay, no, I will, gratefully.
I'm happy to help, and I'm willing to do whatever it takes to win this case. But I need to know the truth. Now, obviously, this isn't the place to do it, so can you guys come with me?
Sure, okay.
Hey, I need to be there, too.
Absolutely not.
Why? Because I'm a cop? More importantly, I'm Emily's friend. I won't say or do anything that makes things worse for her.
Let's go.
Hey, what about me? I'd really like to be with Emily.
I'll let you know if I need you.
Just so you know, there's no deal.
I'm clear on that. But you're right. Emily's family. Let's go, guys.
Why is Justice including me?
Oh, glad you're still here. Listen, I'm sorry, but I need to ask you some questions about Mary Bishop's death.
Carly's no more a novelist than you are.
What do you think she's after?
I don't know.
You delivered the med cart to the on-duty nurse the night that Mary Bishop got the wrong medication. Is that right?
I don't like where this is going.
Look, Jason, if you can't keep your mouth
You're
shut,
not going to accuse Elizabeth of killing a woman she barely
You know
knew,
what? You
Rick.
have no...
Wait,
Get
me?
Out. Get out.
Rick?
Officer!
Thank you.
Oh, come on. You know I didn't kill anybody.
I'm not saying that you did.
Then what are you saying?
You, Nicholas, and Emily are as tight as four friends can be. The three of them covered for you when they thought that you killed Xander, right? I don't know, maybe that's what's happening now.
Oh, you think I'm covering for...
Or the other way around. Either way, a woman is dead. And like it or not, it is my job to get to the bottom of what happened to her.
I can't deny that I thought about it. I knew that the wrong meds or the right ones, depending on how you look at it, could stop Mary for good. But all I did was grab the meds, the prescribed ones, and I took them back into her room as an excuse to go back and try to get through to her again.
I don't understand, Emily. Why wouldn't you just leave the hospital?
I don't even know, Justice. Maybe I thought that I could finally find the words to make her back off. I don't know, it just seems so stupid now.
You realize going back inside that room gives you motive, means, and opportunity.
Yeah, but she didn't kill Mary, you know.
Was there anyone else inside that room?
No.
Did you see anyone?
There was no one. And it just doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't. Maybe Elizabeth killed her.
No, that's impossible.
Now, Lansing might see it another way. I need a copy of Mary's autopsy reports.
I can get that for you.
No more meetings alone with the DA. If he calls you, you call me directly, okay?
Will do.
All right, guys.
This keeps getting worse. What, now Elizabeth's the suspect?
Justice was spinning. We don't know that for sure.
None of this would be happening if I'd just done what you asked and stayed out of Mary's room. I mean, no, she might be alive.
Don't
right?
start thinking like that. You did what seemed right at the time. Now we just deal with the fallout. At least we know you didn't kill Mary.
No, Nicholas, I don't know that at all. What if I gave Mary the wrong medication accidentally on purpose? Nicholas, I mean, can't deny that I wanted Mary out of our lives more than anything.
So what if you did? So, I'm sorry, Emily, maybe I'm not a nice person, but I don't feel bad for Mary. She killed 2 people and nearly killed you. I'm glad she's gone. I just wish she'd stay that way. I mean, even now, it's like she's here, right between us, trying to make you feel guilty and responsible for what happened, making it all about herself. But I'm telling you, I'm not going to let that happen. All right? I'm going to turn the focus back where it belongs. But I need your cooperation.
You all right?
Close. But I'm not going to let circumstances come between us again, okay?
I don't want that either.
Good. And say yes.
To what?
My proposal. I love you. No more putting this off. Say you'll marry me now.
Okay,
I love you. No more putting this off. Say you'll marry me.
Nicholas, I can't. Ma is an attention junkie. Criminal charges in connection with Mary's death. You know, if we get married now, it's gonna look like we're guilty.
How?
It looks like we're marrying so that we can't be forced to testify against each other.
Would that be the reason?
No.
No? Then who cares what people think? I love you, Emily. And I can't keep that between just the 2 of us anymore. Hey, I want to stand up in front of God, in front of everyone we know, and tell them how much you mean to me.
Hey, you ever had one of those days where everything goes wrong?
That I want to marry you today, this minute. But there's so many things that could go wrong.
Name one.
We could get arrested before we even make it down the aisle.
We won't. That's not going to happen, okay? Listen to me. Everything about our wedding is going to be perfect. Perfect, okay? No bodies will fall out of the ceiling. No cosmetically altered relatives will show up back from the dead. Okay? No aliens, clones, bomb scares, death threats, murder attempts, and fires. And if anyone tries to object, then pow, I break their jaw. Okay? So is there anything that I haven't covered?
I think you said it all.
Good. Good, so let's make this official.
Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. Please gather around just for a second, please. Please, thank you. I need some witnesses here, so just gather around. Stand.
Nicholas,
Stand up.
what are you doing?
Will you marry me?
Yes.
I'm sorry, one more time. I didn't hear you. What did you say?
Yes.
What? Huh?
I'll marry you.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. You heard her. You heard her. She can't change her mind now. We're gonna have a wonderful life, you know that?
Cooperate. He gathered everyone around and he asked them to listen while he proposed. Elizabeth, if I wasn't so happy, I think I'd be totally embarrassed.
Yeah, what can I say? I was inspired.
Congratulations. This is so wonderful. Oh.
I want to start planning the wedding right away, and of course, I'm hoping that you'll be my maid of honor.
Oh, gee, if only I had known sooner.
Gee, what are you talking
Well,
about?
I was thinking about retiling my bathroom, and maybe I had a I'll be your maid of honor. We all know who your best man will be.
Yeah. Lucky.
I don't like to talk about...
So, yeah, I was thinking about life and how important it is to make every day count, you know.
And one thing we've both learned is that everything can change in a minute.
Right. So instead of, waiting for what you want, I think it's what?
Well, I just wish you, if you got something to tell me, I wish you would both just say it.
I proposed to Emily again.
And we're going to be married very soon.
Congratulations. I wish you all the best.
Oh, thank you, Lucky. No one ever had a friend as good as you.
Thanks. Well, listen, there's only one thing that'll make this moment even better than it is. And that's if you'll be my best man.
Of course I will. I want you both to be happy.
I am not asking you to throw...
You're supposed to wait until we're married.
A couple dry runs couldn't hurt. And I just might take you over every threshold in the house just because I can. Emily and I are getting married, but don't expect an invitation.
Well, you know how I feel on the subject.
And I couldn't care less.
Marrying Emily will only bring you misery.
Goodbye, grandmother. Go back to Greece. Please, thank you. Goodbye.
Nicholas, I'm your only family. I'm all you have.
You locked me in a mental institution and tried to drug me into loving you, and it didn't work. And you know what? It never will. Don't come back. You have no place in my life.
You need to stop. From now on, I'm declaring this a no brooding zone.
My grandmother won't give up. She'll try and stop us from getting married, you know that?
But we aren't going to let her, are we?
No.
Oh, this isn't the time to be thinking about Helena. Tonight belongs to us. Alone.
What do you think? Does this work for a...
No.
Wow, okay. No. All right, back up. What about this? Will this work?
Too primitive.
What? Oh, come on, I kind of like it.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm not an expert on the law.
No, if you feel like you need a lawyer to protect...
Dream, you'll feel better.
I don't even remember most of it.
Is it about me?
Kind of.
Anyone else?
We were kissing, and I turned into Mary, and I stabbed you.
Oh, no wonder you were screaming.
I hate her so much, I wished her dead.
Now you feel guilty?
Don't you?
Cass and I, we don't do guilt.
I'm serious.
Yes, so am I. You shouldn't punish yourself in your real life or in your dreams. You didn't kill anyone.
It's like she's reaching out from the grave.
Mary's gone. And she'll stay gone. Yeah. No one should waste one more tear crying over Mary Bishop.
Is there a problem? Mary Bishop case?
Where do I start?
Are you taking at short notice?
Why don't you move into town? I mean, this place is just too big for the two of you.
Well, maybe we will at some point, right?
Yeah, maybe after we're married.
Is the wind blowing through here, or did he just say married?
Oh, you didn't say that. You didn't say that. Oh, my heavens, it's way too soon.
But you mean way too late.
Emily and I are getting married as soon as possible.
Is that really a good idea?
Marriage looks to anyone else.
Well, then you understand our concern.
If you're married, you can't testify against each other.
We thought of that, and we know people might think that we're rushing into marriage because we're guilty.
So you know the timing is bad.
Yes, but we also know that it doesn't matter. Look, I love your daughter, and she loves me, and we don't care about the timing or really anything else for that matter.
I think grandmother would be happy for us, and I hope you will be too. Except the seating arrangements.
No more fear.
Except figuring out the guest list.
You know, I really don't care who comes to our wedding.
Well, all we really need are Mom and Dad, Elizabeth and Lucky, Grandfather, Ned, Alice, Leslie, Lulu.
Alexis, yeah, whatever date she brings.
Jason, Dylan, Brooklyn, probably Georgie, maybe Jax, maybe Courtney.
Why don't we just forget about the whole thing and elope?
Not a chance.
Commissioner, is there a problem?
I'm just doing a little follow-up on the Mary Bishop homicide.
We've already given our statements.
Well, unfortunately, Emily's statement is full of holes, and I need to hear what happened that night directly from her.
With the,
Is there a problem?
I'm doing a little follow-up on the Mary Bishop homicide.
We've already given our statements.
Unfortunately, Emily's statement is full of holes. I need to hear what happened that night directly from her.
She already told D.A. Lansing what happened. And everyone else's statement backs her up, including that of Lucky Spencer, an officer in your department.
Why are you asking? Have you found some new evidence?
I'm going to take the ones you...
About Mary Bishop's death?
Jason didn't want me to.
What was his reason?
He's paranoid, that's why. I'm sorry, Emily, I know you love him, but let's be honest here. Jason's an alleged criminal, been arrested dozens of times, doesn't answer any questions, am I right?
No, I don't want to answer anything without my lawyers about it.
Look, Emily is Jason's little sister, and he adores her, but I don't agree with his methods of protecting her. He told her to follow his example, to stay silent, even though she had done nothing wrong.
I'd like to hear from Emily.
It happened exactly the way Nicholas said. Jason came into the room. He asked me not to answer, and he's my brother. I respect him, so that's what I did.
But after you gave a statement to Rick Lansing.
Yeah, I convinced Emily to cooperate.
With some help from Lucky and Elizabeth, right?
They encouraged me to make a statement, yes.
After the four of you came up with a cover story.
No,
Whoever
Mac
killed Mary Bishop had medical knowledge to alter the meds
Elizabeth is a nurse, and you weren't pre-med.
So what? There's tons of nurses and doctors in the hospital.
None of whom had motive.
Well, they could have been paid to change the meds. Why jump to the conclusion that it was Emily?
I'm not jumping to anything, Nicholas. I'm trying to find another suspect. Someone capable of killing Mary and covering their tracks.
I'm partial to white flowers. Oh, white lilies would be my pick. Always an elegant choice. Yes, and classic, in keeping with the tone we're trying to set.
I must be hallucinating here.
What are you up to now?
Oh, my darlings. In honor of your betrothal, Tracy and I have decided to end the hostilities between our families and join together in helping you plan the perfect wedding.
General Hospital.
Woman, now, I certainly hope that the Port Charles Police Department has the good sense to have dropped the charges.
Commissioner Scorpio. Yeah. Excuse me. What do you got?
What's going on?
A wedding, I hope.
Oh, right. Last time I saw you, you were opposed to Emily and our wedding.
And you were against anyone being happy, period.
Helena and I have had a change of heart.
Really? Oh, really? So when did you experience this joint epiphany?
Well, we struck up a conversation and realized how much we have in common. We're both from powerful, wealthy families with a great deal of influence in the community.
And we realized the two of you must really be in love to have surmounted all of the obstacles in front of you.
So we thought, why not let bygones be bygones?
Did we just slip into a parallel universe?
We have some wonderful ideas for the wedding.
Yes, now the wedding can be right out here in the garden.
How about at sunset?
Oh, perfect. The light is lovely at that time of day.
And we can have the reception at the Quartermaine mansion.
Oh, a celebration of joy.
And healing.
Absolutely not.
Oh, Nicholas,
You won't be attending our wedding, much less planning it.
We're making all the decisions on our own.
Sure. Yep. Well, there's been a break in the Mary Bishop homicide. I'm afraid you're going to have to come downtown.
Sonny has always been a little...
Why do they need me to come in?
Someone stepped forward with new evidence.
What sort of evidence?
As your attorney, I was excluded from the interview due to a conflict of interest.
What's going on, Rick?
Well, apparently Commissioner Scorpio here went to an outside source to investigate Mary Bishop's murder. That source has found a nurse who can positively ID the person who gave Mary the medication that killed her.
That's impossible.
Really?
Elizabeth and I were there and we saw no one.
Well, she saw you there at the time, Lucky. She also said that she saw exactly what you did. Now, if that's true, it appears you're covering up the murder.
What's so important you can say it over the phone?
Died. Now, either your powers of perception are surprisingly poor, or there's something you're leaving out.
Everything I said is in my statement.
Okay, well, as long as you understand, withholding information could cost you your badge, Lucky. Mac, I assume that you went outside the PCPD and you asked Felicia to investigate because you suspected that Lucky here was covering for Nicholas and Emily. She found proof. I want Officer Spencer suspended without pay pending an investigation.
But you can't do that.
I cannot do what? Uncover the truth?
She rose to the defense of a friend. That's a perfectly natural impulse.
Ah, yes, it is, of course. Is that all that was?
Yes.
Okay, I may want to file charges of obstruction of justice against Officer Spencer here. You may want to stick around. You can talk to Miss Davis here about representation. Maybe she can put together a package deal.
Are you finished?
Not quite. I'm going to talk to Nurse Harrison here. She's going to look through the photos and ID the person who actually gave Mary the pills.
I'm so sorry.
Don't be okay. You know what? I couldn't do it any other way.
You could lose your job, or worse. Maybe I should come forward.
No. I think we should wait. It might be a trick.
Emily, have you talked to your attorney?
I left messages for Justice, but he hasn't called me back. Maybe I should call Jason and...
Oh, do me a favor. Don't get your brother into this. It'll just make it worse.
Look, Emily needs a lawyer now. Can you represent her, at least in the short term?
I'll do the best that I can, but I need to know what I'm dealing with. Did you take the medication to Mary?
Yeah, but I swear I didn't tamper with it.
Well, with any luck, the nurse won't ID Emily.
If the nurse is the killer, she could ID Emily to frame her.
Carly, how can I help you if you won't tell me what's got you worried?
It's nothing. Jason, it's a temporary panic attack. That's all. I've got a lot
You remember seeing anyone else outside the ICU room other than Emily?
No.
Then where are these alleged witnesses?
Hiding somewhere?
Listen, the only other person who could have been in the room was the killer.
Nurse Harris has been on leave of absence, taking care of her family since the night that Mary died.
That's quite a coincidence.
It could be a legitimate one. Her brother-in-law was killed in a car accident. He had no life insurance, and Nurse Harris's sister had 3 little children.
How long had this nurse been working at General Hospital?
10 years. She keeps to herself. She has a clean record.
And how did she happen to be watching Mary Bishop's room?
She was sneaking a smoke on the stairwell in the hallway. The door was cracked. She said that she saw a young woman with long brown hair steal a cup of medicine from the cart and go into Mary Bishop's room.
She wasn't in a nurse's uniform, which struck me as odd. I assumed that she was a friend and didn't think anything more of it, until I read about the patient's murder in the paper.
Mm-hmm. You sure you can identify this woman?
Yeah. She passed right by the stairway door.
Is she one of the women in these photos?
If that nurse IDs me, it proves that I lied in my statement and that Elizabeth and Lucky lied to cover.
Hey, you know what? Don't worry. Just because I've been suspended doesn't mean I can't keep looking into it. Thank you very much for your help.
You're welcome.
Well?
She made a positive ID. The person that Nurse Harris saw go into Mary Bishop's room with the medicine that killed her is Emily.
From ABC's...
I'm afraid I'm going to have to place you under arrest.
No. No.
The Quartermaine and I will have her out on bail faster than you can get her in lockup. Don't waste your time.
All right. I'll release you on your own recognizance, but please don't leave town. Goes for all of you.
Emily, sorry. I didn't realize it would come to this.
Yeah, I guess we should forget our wedding plans.
No, yeah, come here. Listen to me. Right? I promised that I would marry you. And nothing's gonna stop me from doing that. Okay?
Oh, it's all there.
Thank you. This will be so helpful to my sister and her children.
Just stick with the story that we gave you. You saw Emily Quartermaine go into Mary Bishop's hospital room with the medication.
You'll be asked to testify in court, for which you will be paid an additional fee.
Oh,
I'll be convincing.
Oh, yes. Yes, we expect you to be. Just remember, it is essential that Emily Quartermaine is convicted and sent to prison for the murder of Mary Bishop.